Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm bringing you a makeup tutorial on this look that you see right here. I feel that it's perfect for winter. We have nice nude shimmery lips and we have icy blue eyes. I think it's just a beautiful look, and even though it's blues, I feel like it's perfect for winter, and it's also a little bit wearable. It's not a very natural look. That's not what I'm saying, but I feel like it's not a bam, woo, in your face kind of colorful look. It's like a more of a, it fits into the winter zone vibe, if you know what I mean. And the eyes are actually so simple, so if you're a beginner, this is definitely a makeup tutorial for you. And hey, if you're the expert of makeup, this is for you too. So if you would like to learn how to achieve this look, definitely keep on watching and we'll get started. So we're gonna hop into a palette right now. I already have my eyelids primed. I'm taking my Lime Crime Venus 2 palette and I'm grabbing this shade Filter on a Sigma E40 blending brush, and I'm blending this in my crease. This is going to be our transition shade. Since we're using blues, this is a perfect shade to use when you're using blues because it's not too dark. It's just the perfect light color, and I absolutely love this color. It was a beautiful light pastel blue and it was just so beautiful. It did take a little bit of blending up because it was such a light, pastel blue, so it did take a little bit of building up, but don't worry, I built it up as well. So if you're having to do that, don't worry about it. So then I actually went in with my Sigma E25 blending brush and I wanted to build up the color just a bit and pack on a little bit of color to get a little bit more intensity in this shade. So I just placed it on my outer lid and then I used soft circular motions to blend it up in my crease. We're gonna hop over to the Lorac MegaPro 3 palette. I'm using this shade Dark Navy and I'm still using a Sigma E25 blending brush. And with that brush, I placed the dark navy where I wanted it, and then I used circular motions to blend it up in my crease. I feel like doing this instead of actually placing this directly in our crease, the end result just comes out way softer and just looks blended more, if that makes sense. So I feel like it just doesn't look as harsh, it just looks softer, which is what we're going for. So that's why I like to do that. We're going to go back into our Lime Crime Venus 2 palette. I'm using Filter on a Sigma E40 blending brush, and I'm just blending out the edges of the eyeshadow. We're working with really dark colors, so I want to make sure that everything is staying really smooth and blended. We're gonna go into our Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm using this is in the shade Fair, and I'm using this on a Wet n Wild concealer brush, and I'm cleaning up my eyelids for our eyelid shade. I got a lot of eyeshadow down on my eyelids, so I wanted to clean it up, and it's also going to help our eyelid shade have a little bit more pigment. So then I went ahead and blended it out very carefully with my pinky finger. So for our eyelid shade, I'll be using the NYX Prismatic Shadow in Little Denim Dress. This shade is so pigmented. I love the entire Prismatic line. I have so many shadows from this Prismatic line. So I'm just actually applying this with my finger. It's pretty easy to know where you're applying this because we're applying it wherever we applied the concealer. So I just applied that with my finger. It's so pigmented. It doesn't take a lot, so it's a pretty quick step. We're going to go back into Dark Navy from the Lorac MegaPro 3 palette, and with a Sigma E25 blending brush, I'm just going to place that around the edges of the eyelid shade to make sure that the eyelid shade and the Dark Navy blend together very nicely. So we're going to go back into Filter from our Lime Crime Venus 2 palette, and I'm going back into the Sigma E40 blending brush, and I wanted to go ahead and blend out the edges of the eyeshadow one more time. We went ahead and added that dark navy, so I wanted to make sure that everything was still staying blended. So I'm going to take a Sigma E60 large shader brush and a matte white eyeshadow, and I'm just going to apply this on my brow bone for a brow bone highlight and just to clean up that upper area because it did get dirty with messing with all these vibrant colors. So I went ahead and did that, and then I took a makeup wipe and went ahead and cleaned up the edges of the eyeshadow and also went ahead and cleaned up the fallout from the eyeshadow. So I'm going to go back into Dark Navy from the MegaPro 3 palette. I'm still using my Sigma E25 blending brush, and I'm just going to reapply the Dark Navy one more time to make sure that everything is just nice and pigmented like we want it, and that we didn't lose any of the pigmentation from all the blending that we are doing. So I'm going to go ahead, move on to the face. We're going to prime our face. I'm using the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This is going to give us a very luminous and dewy finish to our skin. I'm absolutely obsessed with this primer. All of you need it in your life. This will keep your foundation glued to your skin. I actually mentioned it in my December favorites, which I'll link below if you guys are interested. You don't have to, but I'm just going to apply this all over my skin because we want our foundation to stay on our skin and not, you know, lift off our skin. For our foundation, I'll be using my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and after I apply that, I'm using my Cover FX Custom Cover Drops in Celestial, and I added a drop to each side of my face to add a little bit of glowiness to the foundation. So I went ahead and blended that all in with my damp beauty blender. I really like the end result. I had really nice dewy skin. I feel like that's really nice for winter. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you know, in the winter, our skin can get really dry, but it's nice to have a dewy finish to the skin because I feel like it just pops and it just really stands out in my opinion. For concealer, I'll be using my Holy Grail Concealer, the Tarte Shade Tape Concealer in Fair, and I'm just applying that underneath my eyes to highlight that under eye area and also cover up any dark circles that I may have. You know, you can never have enough concealer, so apply as much as you want, girl. Do what you want. Okay, we're gonna set our concealer now, and you guys know that I always use the Airspun Translucent Face Powder. This is in Translucent Extra Coverage, so I'm applying that underneath my eyes and also around the edges of my nose to bake and also set the concealer. We're going to contour now, and I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Original Contour Kit, and I'm going to use the warm shade that's on the right side, I believe, and I'm just going to do a little bit of bronzing. And I'll be using a Sigma F05 small contour brush. I wanted to do a little bit of bronzing. I wanted to add some warmth to the skin. I look super pale because that's just how my skin is right now. I'm very light at the moment. So I went ahead and just bronzed on the edge of my forehead and also my cheekbones. And then I went in with the shade in the center, which is a little bit more cool tone. And then that's what I actually used to contour. Alright, so I went ahead and took my BH Cosmetics number 114 pointed foundation brush and some Airspun translucent face powder, and I went ahead and just applied that underneath my contour to clean it up and also to just give it a crisp line. So I went ahead and let that set, and I'm just doing a little bit of baking at the moment. We're going to move on to our lashes. I'm just going to curl them first. I always do this before I do mascara because my lashes are actually pretty straight, so I like them to be a little bit more curly than they are. So I'm using my Benefit Roller Lash Mascara for my mascara, which is one of my favorite mascaras of all time. It's amazing. So we're going to go in and smoke out the bottom lash line. I'm using Dark Navy from the Lorac MegaPro palette, and I'm just going to smoke out my bottom lash line with a Sigma E55 shading brush. I'm just smoking out the bottom lash line. It's nice to smoke out your bottom lash line when you have some setting powder underneath your eyes, because if you have any fallout, you can just dust it away. No problem. It's not going to mess up your concealer. Alright, so for lashes, I'm going to be using the Eylure Vlogger series. These are the Crazy Ray Ray lashes in the style No Filter Needed. These are like my favorite lashes at the moment. They're so beautiful. They're very lightweight, and I just love them to death. You guys definitely need to check out those lashes. They are amazing. Then I'm going to go ahead and dust away all the translucent powder with my Sigma F25 Tapered Face. This is like a must for me when I'm dusting away my translucent powder because it gets underneath my eyes perfectly and just wipes all that powder away. For highlighting, I'll be using my Makeup Revolution Vivid Highlights in Golden Lights, and to apply the highlighter, I'll be using my Sigma F35 Tapered Highlighter, and as always, I'm applying way too much highlighter. I just want to glow. And I'll also be applying some of the highlighter on my Cupid's bow to give it a little bit of glow, and it always helps my lip to pop. And then I'm also going to apply a little bit of that on the edge of my nose. For blush, I'll be using my Tarte Amazonian Clay Color Wheel Blush Palette. And I'll be using the shade Concept out of that palette, and to apply the blush, I'll be using a Sigma F40 Large Angled Contour Brush. For the lips, I'm going to be using a Lime Crime Velveteen Liquid Lipstick, and this is in the shade Lulu. This is my go-to nude. It is so beautiful. It doesn't make me look sick, if you know what I mean. It's not too light for me, but it's the perfect nude. I'm absolutely in love with it. The formula is so lightweight on your lips and doesn't make your lips feel like crusty. After the liquid lip has set, I'm going to go in and use the Jouer Longwear Lip Topper in Skinny Dip. Look at this, guys. It is amazing. It is so beautiful. I'm just obsessed with this. I feel that it just is so beautiful over a nude lip because it adds a little bit of shine and just the perfect amount of shimmer to your lips. It's just beautiful. So I thought that this really finished the look. And that completes this look. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I love this look and I hope that you guys love it so much. I feel like it's the perfect winter look. Please do not forget to subscribe. It would make my day. There's a button on the screen that you can click that will subscribe you to my channel. I hope that you enjoy. I love you guys so much and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye guys.